Hello, for Poem in Our Pocket Day, I decided to pick a poem by John Donne, a 1600s metaphysicist poet. But we, by a love so much refined, that ourselves know not what it is, enter assured of the mind, careless eyes, lips, and hands to miss. Our two souls, therefore, which are one, though I must go, endure not yet a breach, but an expansion, like gold to an airy thinness beat. If they be two, they are two so, as stiff twin compasses are two. Thy soul, the fixed foot, makes no show to move, but doth if the other do. And though if it in the centre sit, yet when the other far doth roam, it leans and hearkens after it, and grows erect as that comes home. Such wilt thou be to me, who must, like the other foot, obliquely run. Thy firmness makes my circle just, and it makes me end where I begun.
I Thought It Was Tangiers I Wanted by Langston Hughes, published 1927. I know now that Notre Dame is in Paris, and the sin is more to me now than a wiggling line on a map or a name in travel stories. I know now there is a crystal palace in Antwerp where 100 women sell their naked bodies, and the night lovers of sailors wait for men on docks in Genoa. I know now that a great golden moon, like a picture book moon, really rises behind palm groves in Africa, and tom-toms do beat in village squares under the mango trees. I know now that Venice is a church dome and a network of canals, Tangiers a whiteness under sun. I thought it was Tangiers I wanted, or the gargoyles of Notre Dame, or the crystal palace in Antwerp, or the golden palm grove moon in Africa, or a church dome and a network of canals. Happiness lies nowhere, some old fool said, if not within oneself. It's a sure thing Notre Dame is in Paris, but I thought it was Tangiers I wanted. Travel by Edna St. Vincent Millay, published 1921. The railroad track is miles away, and the day is loud with voices speaking. Yet there isn't a train goes by all day, but I hear its whistle shrieking. All night there isn't a train go by, though the night is still for sleep and dreaming. But I see its cinders red on the sky and hear its engine steaming. My heart is warm with the friends I make, and better friends I'll not be knowing. Yet there isn't a train I wouldn't take, no matter where it's going.
Hello, my name is Stephanie Moore. I'm one of the children's librarians here at Massanutten Regional Library, and I'd like to share with you one of my favorite poems by Robert Frost, and this book is available for checkout if you're interested. Nothing gold can stay. Nature's first green is gold, her heart is hue to hold. Her early leaves a flower, but only so an hour. Then leaf subsides to leaf, so Eden sank to grief. So dawn goes down today, nothing gold can say. Thank you so much for listening.
The Sycamore, for Harry Cadill, by Wendell Berry. The sycamore, in the place that is my own place, whose earth I am shaped in and must bear, there is an old tree growing, a great sycamore that is a wondrous healer of itself. Fences have been tied to it, nails driven into it, hacks and whittles cut in it. The lightning has burned it. There is no year it has flourished in that has not harmed it. There is a hollow in it that is its death, though its living brims whitely at the lip of the darkness and flows outward. Over all its scars have come the seamless white of the bark. It bears the gnarls of its history healed over. It has risen to a strange perfection in the warmth and bending of its long growth. It has gathered all accidents into its purpose. It has become the intention and radiance of its dark fate. It is a fact sublime, mystical, and unassailable. In all the country there is no other like it. I recognize in it a principle, an indwelling the same as itself and greater, that I would be ruled by. I see that it stands in its place and feeds upon it and is fed upon and is native and maker.
Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul, and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me.
Wild Geese by Mary Oliver. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes. Over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese high in the clear blue air are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. The Peace of Wild Things by Wendell Berry. When despair for the world grows within me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things, who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world and am free.